Good day everyone, my name is Yolika and with my friends Afifah, Ikhsan and Adinda, we are going to explain about how the stress works in complex words.
The first material is complex words. In the study of morpheme or morphology, a complex word is a word made up of two or more morphemes. Contrast with a monomorphemic word. A complex word may consist of a stem or root and one or more affix. For example, quicker. And the next, more than one stem in a compound. For example, blackbird. The presence of affix affect the stress placement.
Affixes and stress. There are three ways in which an affix, consisting of prefix and suffix, can affect the placement of stress in a word. Now, prefix is an affix that comes before the stem, and suffix is an affix that comes after the stem. Now, the first is stress moves to the affix. For example, person as stem, the stress is on person. And then we add ality as a suffix, it becomes personality. The stress moves from per to ne. The next is stress remains on the stem and on the same syllable. For example, pleasant as a stem, the stress is on pleasant. And then we add an as a prefix, it becomes unpleasant. The stress remains on play. The last is stress remains on the stem but moves to a different syllable. For example, we have magnet as a stem. The stress is on magnet. And then we add suffix ich. It becomes magnetic. The stress moves from mag to net, but it remains on the stem but moves to a different syllable.
How suffix affects stress placement. Some English suffixes affect stress placement in different ways. Primary stress on the suffix, secondary stress on the stem. If the stem consists of more than one syllable, the addition of suffix creates a secondary stress in the stem but never on the last syllable. Example, refuge plus suffix e become refuge. Primary stress is on dah, syah, i. Secondary stress is on ref. Primary stress remains on the stem. Primary stress moves from one syllable to another, but still on the stem. How prefix affects stress placement. Prefixes. We will look only briefly at prefixes. Their effect of stress does not have the comparative regularity, independence, and predictability of suffixes, and there is no prefix of one or two syllables that always carries primary stress. Consequently, the best treatment seems to be to say that stress in words with prefixes is governed by the same rules as those for polysyllabic words without prefixes. And how prefixes affect stress placement? The effect of prefix of stress placement follow the regular rules for stress placement for polysyllabic words without prefix.
Stress placement in compound words. Now, compound words is word that consists of more than one grammatical units. Now, if the units consist of noun plus noun, the stress remains on the first syllable, like in the word sunrise. The stress is on the first syllable sun. If the unit consists of adjective and past participle ed, there are two stress, primary stress and secondary stress. The primary stress is on the second word and the secondary stress is on the first word, like in the word heavy-handed. The next is if the unit consists of number plus noun. There are two stress too, primary stress and secondary stress. The primary stress is on the second word and the secondary stress is on the first word, like in the word second class. The primary stress is on the word class and the secondary stress is on the word second. Next is if the unit consists of any word class plus any word class. The combination serves as an adverb. Now the primary stress is placed on the second word and the secondary stress on the first word, like in the word downstream. The stream is primary stress and down is secondary stress. The last is if the unit consists of adverb plus any word class. The combination serves as verbs. There are two stress, the primary stress and secondary stress. The primary stress is on the second word and the secondary stress on the first word, like in the word downgrade. The primary stress is in the word grade and the secondary stress in the word downgrade.
Exception. Stress placement doesn't always follow rules. When it does, it follows the rules that have been previously explained. When it doesn't, it's because of the following reason. There are two reasons. First, the stress placement changes according to the environment surrounding the word that come before and after. Next, the stress placement changes according to the speaker's preference.
Right, so the last one is word class pair. So the term word class pair refers to two words with identical spelling but different stress placement. So for example, abstract in adjective and noun. The stress is placed in the first syllable, so it's abstract. Abstract. And abstract as verb. The stress is placed in the second syllable, so it's abstract. Abstract. The change in stress placement is affected by the word class. So the rules are, if the word class is verb, place the stress on the second syllable. If the word class is either noun or adjective, place the stress on the first syllable. Another example like import. So it's noun or adjective. And import, it's verb. It's a verb.